You walk into a supplement store and there are 10,000 bottles on the shelf. Anti-aging, longevity, cellular health, mitochondrial support, and you have no idea which ones actually work or if any of them do. Here's the truth. The longevity research is real, but it's also overwhelming. Hundreds of compounds, thousands of studies, and nobody's telling you which ones actually matter. So if I had to choose just 6 compounds that address the core mechanisms of aging, the ones I'd take myself, these are them. Stay with me, because what I'm about to break down could add healthy years to your life. As a pharmacist with over 3 decades in healthcare, I've watched the supplement industry explode from a few dozen products to literally thousands, and the vast majority of them, complete waste of money. But here's what changed in the last decade. The longevity research has matured. We now have legitimate clinical evidence, not just test tubes and mouse studies, but actual human data, showing that specific compounds, when taken at therapeutic doses, measurably impact the biological aging process. Today, I'm breaking down the 6 compounds that actually matter for longevity, not general health, not vague wellness. I'm talking about documented effects on cellular aging, mitochondrial function, oxidative stress, and the biological pathways that control how fast you age. And this is the stuff that moves the needle. And at the end, I'll show you why most people fail with supplements and the one strategy that actually works for building consistency. Let's get into it. Let's start with the single most important biochemical pathway in the aging process. It's called NAD+. And by the time you're 50 years old, you've lost half of what you had when you were 20. And that loss, that's what aging feels like. NAD+ stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. It's a coenzyme found in every single cell in your body. It's absolutely critical for energy production in your mitochondria, DNA repair, and activating proteins called sirtuins that regulate cellular aging. Here's the problem. NAD+ levels decline dramatically with age. By age 50, you're operating at roughly 50% of youthful levels. By age 80, you're down to about 10%. That decline correlates directly with fatigue, cognitive decline, metabolic dysfunction, and accelerated aging. Nicotinamide riboside, NR, is one of the most effective NAD+ precursors available. Your body converts it directly into NAD+, restoring the cellular energy production that declines with age. Human clinical trials show that NR supplementation raises NAD+ levels, improves mitochondrial function, and enhances cellular energy metabolism. This isn't subtle. People report measurable improvements in energy, endurance, cognitive clarity, and recovery within weeks of starting therapeutic doses. This is foundational. If cellular energy is compromised, everything else breaks down. Now, raising NAD+ levels is critical, but your mitochondria need another molecule to actually convert nutrients into usable energy, and most people over 40 are running dangerously low on it. CoQ10 is an antioxidant your body produces naturally. It sits inside your mitochondria and plays an essential role in the electron transport chain, the process that converts nutrients into cellular energy in the form of ATP. The problem? CoQ10 production declines with age. It also gets depleted by statin drugs, which millions of people take for cholesterol. Low CoQ10 means your mitochondria can't produce energy efficiently, which manifests as fatigue, muscle weakness, and poor recovery. But here's where it gets interesting for longevity. CoQ10 doesn't just support energy production. It's a potent antioxidant that protects your mitochondria from oxidative damage. Mitochondrial dysfunction is one of the hallmarks of aging. As your mitochondria degrade, so does everything else. Supplementing with CoQ10 has been shown to improve cardiovascular function, reduce oxidative stress, and enhance cellular energy production. The dosing matters here. You need at least 100 to 200 milligrams daily to see meaningful effects. Most multivitamins give you 10 or 20 milligrams, which is therapeutically useless. All right, so we've got NAD+ and mitochondrial energy covered, but there's another critical system that protects every cell in your body from damage, and it's something your body can't produce enough as you age. N-Acetyl cysteine, NAC, is a precursor to glutathione, which is the most important antioxidant your body produces. Glutathione is called the master antioxidant because it protects your cells from oxidative damage, supports detoxification pathways, and maintains cellular integrity. Here's the problem. Glutathione levels decline with age, and you can't supplement glutathione directly because it breaks down in your digestive system. But NAC converts efficiently into glutathione inside your cells. The research on NAC is extensive. It supports liver detoxification, protects against oxidative stress, reduces inflammation, and has shown benefits for respiratory health, immune function, and even mental health. It's also being studied for its potential to clear senescent cells, the zombie cells that accumulate with age and drive inflammation. NAC is one of those compounds that has broad spectrum protective effects across multiple organ systems. It's not flashy, but it's foundational for cellular defense. Now, here's where longevity science gets really interesting, because there's a class of proteins in your body called sirtuins that literally regulate how fast you age, and there's one compound that's been shown to activate them. Resveratrol is a polyphenol found in red wine, grapes, and certain berries. It became famous in the early 2000s when researchers discovered it activates sirtuins, proteins that regulate cellular aging, DNA repair, and metabolic function. Sirtuins require NAD+ to function, which is why resveratrol and nicotinamide riboside work synergistically. Together, they enhance the longevity pathways that protect against age-related decline. The research shows resveratrol has anti-inflammatory effects, supports cardiovascular health, improves insulin sensitivity, and may protect against neurodegenerative disease. An animal study shows significant lifespan extension with resveratrol supplementation, and human trials demonstrate improvements in metabolic markers and vascular function. The key is dosing. You'd need to drink hundreds of glasses of red wine to get therapeutic doses, which obviously defeats the purpose. Supplementation at 150 to 500 milligrams daily is where you see the benefits without the alcohol. We've covered cellular energy, antioxidant defense, and longevity pathway activation. But there's a specific type of damaged cell that accumulates in your body as you age. And if you don't clear them out, they accelerate the aging process in every tissue. As you age, damaged cells accumulate in your tissues. Instead of dying off like they're supposed to, they become senescent. They stop dividing but don't die. These zombie cells secrete inflammatory molecules that damage surrounding healthy tissue. Quercetin is a flavonoid found in onions, apples, and berries. It's one of the most well-researched senolytic compounds, meaning it helps clear senescent cells from your body. When combined with other compounds, quercetin has been shown to reduce the burden of senescent cells and decrease age-related inflammation. But quercetin does more than just clear zombie cells. It's a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compound. It supports cardiovascular health, immune function, and has antihistamine properties. It also works synergistically with resveratrol to enhance longevity pathways. And this is about reducing the inflammatory load that drives age-related disease. And the fewer senescent cells you're carrying around, the slower you age. Now here's the final piece, because all the NAD+ restoration and senescent cell clearance in the world won't matter if your cells are getting hammered by oxidative damage every single day. And that requires a specific type of antioxidant protection. Green tea extract, specifically the compound EGCG. It is one of the most extensively studied antioxidants in longevity research. EGCG protects against oxidative stress, supports healthy cellular function, and has been shown to activate autophagy, your body's cellular cleanup system. Autophagy is the process by which your cells break down and recycle damaged components. It's critical for longevity, and it declines with age. EGCG helps restore this process. The research on green tea extract shows benefits for metabolic health, cardiovascular function, neuroprotection, and even potential cancer prevention. Population studies consistently show that people who consume green tea regularly live longer and have lower rates of age-related disease. But here's the issue with drinking green tea. To get therapeutic doses of the EGCG, you need to drink 10 to 15 cups per day. Supplementation with standardized green tea extract gives you the active compounds at effective doses without the caffeine overload. This is about comprehensive cellular protection, reducing oxidative damage across every system in your body. So here's the issue. You now know the 6 compounds that matter: nicotinamide riboside, CoQ10, NAC, Resveratrol, Quercetin, and green tea extract. But here's why most people fail. They buy 6 different bottles, take them inconsistently, forget doses, and give up within a month. The research is clear. These 6 compounds work, but only if you take them consistently at therapeutic doses. And that's where most people fall apart. This is exactly why we created the longevity pack at NuLifeSpan. It's not 6 random bottles sitting in your cabinet that you have to remember to take separately. It's all 6 of these compounds at the exact therapeutic doses backed by research in one pre-portioned daily pack. One pack. Every morning, no guessing, no forgetting, no excuses. We formulated it based on the exact science I just walked you through. Pharmaceutical grade nicotinamide riboside for NAD+ restoration, therapeutic dose CoQ10 for mitochondrial support, NAC for glutathione production and cellular defense, Resveratrol for Sirtuin activation, Quercetin for Senolytic activity, and standardized green tea extract for EGCG and Autophagy support. This isn't about selling you more bottles, it's about removing the friction that kills consistency, because supplements only work if you actually take them every day at the right doses. If you're serious about longevity, check the link in the description. We put together something that actually makes sense, both scientifically and practically. And if this was valuable, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's serious about aging well. And drop your questions in the comments. I read every one. Until next time, this is JD from NuLifeSpan. Invest in your cells, protect your mitochondria, and watch the years you gain be worth living.